Lord, bless Brother Mike.
Lord, do bless.
You drove a long way to be with us, Brother Mike. We appreciate you.
Need your prayers this evening. It's hard to feel. It's hard to ever feel like you can truly say anything that is just going to take it all away, or I know that Brother Jerry, he's meant a lot to my little family, and
Yeah.
Yes, he has.
been a big part. And my girls, they love to hear him sing, and they love to hear him preach. And always thought I would watch as Brother Jerry first started preaching, and
Lord,
would watch that oldest girl of mine, and I would watch her just welt up every time with tears, and got to meet quite a few of his family by now, and Brother Jerry, and don't know if I'll be able to say or do a whole lot, or just what will be the case with me today. I know that if anything, that I'm willing to lay my voice out, and willing just to put everything I got out there for the Lord. Papa, there's not this thing, it's not about me right here. It's not about anything that, look at what Brother Mike, but we're just attempting to stand up before you and tell you about the best thing that any of us have ever come to know. And
Lord, do bless.
you know, we don't have any new scriptures to tell you. I have brought no new stories out of the Bible to tell you. But what I know is that God has been the best thing that's ever happened to me. And you know, one time it's written like this. It said that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. It says that the Word was God, and the same in the beginning was there with God, and all things was made by Him, and without Him was nothing made. And it said in Him was life, and in Him was light, brother, and that light it shined into the darkness, Papa, and that darkness it comprehended it not. I'm telling you today, I'm here to tell you I have no new scriptures for you. I have nothing that these brothers can't lay out, but I'm telling you that I met a man 16 years ago who turned my dark life into light. And brother, it shone abundant when I called upon His name. I hope that for whatever time that I would stand before you, that I would let God come in and use me, that maybe that I could just say something that would make you really consider the whole matter. Even Jesus Himself walked right here on the face of the earth, and brethren, it said that He seen men casting nets one time, and He went and He said, "Come and follow me." Brethren, those men, they left their father right there, and they went and walked in this life with them. And I thought, what manner of man, what voice must he have had that this man would speak, and men would change their entire lives and go and follow after him. But you know, I even read later where this man spoke, Papa, and he would call certain other men. He would call them just the same. But some would look at him and he would tell them, "Why, I've had this one that's passed away, let me go and bury him. Why, I've just got married, let me go, I got to take care of a few things." He said, "I'll go and I'll follow you in a little bit."
Didn't work.
Papa, haven't we all been there before? Haven't we all?
We have.
See this thing? God, He's speaking to men and women today like He was 2,000 years ago. I've been in funerals that's just had little 6-month-old little babies. Brother, and trying to find words to comfort mothers and fathers. I even had to stand over my grandmother leave the church outside, but Mike, we'll let him come in and preach. You want to talk about hardship? There's plenty of it. Just a week and a half ago, I found myself in my little holler down in a little creek bed. A bunch of teenage boys thought they'd go out drinking, God. And we were just driving home. And God stopped and said, come on, please, someone come and help. I had to stay there while a young 22-year-old lost his life. I'm telling you today, God, He's crying out to a lost and dying world. But you got to take heed to it. He cried unto me. He called out, Papa. But I ran and I said, just wait a little bit. I'll come to you later.
Yeah, when I'm older.
Yeah. I'm telling you, God is the realest thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that I've been up in planes and they begin to shake a little bit. And I don't know if it's normal or not, and Brother, and I would bow my head right there and I'd say, Lord, whatever way this goes, I know that I'm okay. Just take care of my children, Lord. Watch over them. Do you have that comfort down in your life? Where you can just be at peace with how it is? I heard a story about this young woman before I ever met her. That Brother Jerry told you last night. I got 4 children in this world, and all I want to hear is those words. I pray. Brother, and that's all I wanted to hear. Thank God. Back in July, I got my 16-year-old come up and say, Daddy, I want to go home. And Brother, you want to know what I said right after that? Have you been praying? Do you feel like the Lord is forgiving you? Well, I'm going to ask you now. Have you been praying? Have you prayed? And guess what? I'm still waiting on a friend of mine to come to me one day and say, Daddy, I've been praying. And that's what I'm waiting on. And guess what? Just a young, a runaway-year-old boy about 19. I looked up to the heavens and said, God, if you are there, then come to me. God, if you are real, I need to know it. Brother, well, guess what? I'm 17 years later, I'm still right here saying, God, He is real. Let this be your moment. Let this be your time.
Yeah.
The comfort, I can't offer anything that's just going to take away the tears right now. But I'm offering up a man who's been... I'm confident that you already know the man that I'm talking about. He cries to the lost. He cries to them saying, what are you doing? I'm right here. I'm waiting on you. Guess what? It wasn't. I didn't get saved at a certain age because God came to me then. It was when I finally quit pushing them away and say, Lord, come into my life. I need you, Lord. But guess what? You need to want Him in your life.
Yes, you do.
You got to want Him more than anything. Guess what? When I was a young man, I grew up just outside of Detroit, and you want to talk about praying sometimes?
Come on.
Me and my friends, when I was about 17, we would go into the city, go into Detroit, and we would get us in some tough spots, Papa. And you want to talk about feeling like I prayed? God, come and save us. Lord, let's get through this one night right here. I was crying it unto the Lord.
But then you go right back.
I would make it through that night, and guess what?
Forget about it.
Never talked to the Lord after that until the next time I was in a mess.
That's right. That ain't pretty.
My friends, they often come to me after I got saved, and they'd say, Mike, I pray. What has happened? How come when you prayed, it changed your whole life? Well, what's the difference? I pray, Mike, I do. And I said, I believe you that you prayed. I said, I prayed before too. And it did nothing for me because I was praying for safety for the night. I I was praying for the short term, Popo. I was never saying, God,
Give it all.
I'm a sinner and I just need help being saved. I knew that I was a sinner and I was going to die and go to hell before I ever changed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't enough to change me yet, Todd. I don't know what it was. My friends, I can remember me and my wife, we were all with a bunch of our friends and we all were just sitting around. And they began to talk and the Lord came up in conversation. God came up. One by one, I listened to everyone say, we're okay. God, He understands us. See, we're all okay. Everyone tried to comfort one another. Brother Jerry, I finally had enough. I've been to church enough. This man spoke to me enough to know. And I stood up in front of him and I said, listen, I'm going to tell you one thing. If I die right now, I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
I said, and I'm telling you what, you guys do the same thing I'm doing. Brother, and guess what? We'll know it. But that fear ain't enough, I guess. It's one thing to know about my Lord, but it's another one to know Him.
No. Yeah.
Mama told me about Him all the days of my life. Told me how good God is.
Yeah.
And I knew nothing. He was just a foreign man to me. I'm telling you, you want to get to know what these brothers have up here. Want God in your life more than you want anything else. I sit up here wondering, what can I say, Lord? Lord, this isn't about me. All I want is to say something that would finally get across to you that maybe this is the time. I've had enough. I'm going to seek Him. I'm telling you, if you want Him, seek Him more than you want anything in your life.
Yeah.
Don't let anything fall short. Want Him in the morning when you get up. Want Him in the afternoon. That's what I told my friends. I said, I prayed like you do. But there came a point when I prayed at night. And in the morning I woke up and I prayed again for it. I said, and then in the afternoon I prayed again. Lord, help me. And guess what? You want Him in your life. You're going to have Him in your life.
Yeah, that's right.
There is nothing. Don't let the devil fool you today and say you're not good enough. Guess what? None is good enough. And Jesus died for us anyways. And said, let your family cast you aside. I welcome you every time. That's how good God is.
Yeah.
Don't let the devil fool you.
No.
With God, that's the only way any of us are good enough.
Yeah.
But want Him in your life more than you want anything else.
Yeah.
I have a God. I left my two oldest girls in Frankfurt just to drive over here, and it's a comfort to know that I said, Lord, I can't be there. But you stay and you watch Him for me.
Yeah.
You stay right there with Him, Lord.
He can.
Yeah.
He can.
I have more confidence in Him than I do myself anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want good to come out of tragedy.
Yeah.
You want good to come out of hardship. I know that we all have a lot of things, Todd. I feel so awful for you, and know that you just lost and
Yeah.
don't know how that I could really tell you just how to take it away. Heard about how this family's rallied around and held true to this sister laying here, and that's something right there. But I'm telling you, the only good that can come is for you to submit to God today.
Yeah.
It's not about your ways. It's not about, well, I've tried this many times. I guess there's no use. I've tried this. Grab God with everything in you.
Yeah.
Hold on to Him. Seek Him out. I had no clue to know how to be saved other than pouring my heart over and over out to God.
Yeah.
Saying, show me.
Yeah.
Help me, Lord.
Lord.
Guide me, Lord.
Yeah.
Cry like that and you'll find this man. I'm going to go ahead and give way. I want to give plenty of time to
Brother
this.
Jerry kid's gonna come.
Come on, Brother Jerry. Come on, Brother Jerry.
Come on, brother.